My name is Sander Rovers from Ygenwijs, and today I'm going to tell you my personal story about my last 2 years, which is a quite personal story, and which led me to Ygenwijs. It is both vulnerable, but also I like to end positive. Back in my childhood, I liked to play pirate. And I thought it would be great if I can be pirate later and make money out of it. Build my own ship, conquering the world with some co-pirates, and earn some money. And the two first things were the easy ones. Build my own ship. I built my own ship. Together a couple of co-pirates around me. But the third part was the most hardest part. That was making money out of it. So what happened? In the meantime, my favorite life motto is, which I forgot to say, is why join the Navy if you can be a pirate? But in the meantime, I worked well at the Marine. I took an internship and graduated and worked full-time at a big Japanese organizations making excavators. People come in at 7 o'clock in the morning and they go home at 5 o'clock, and I did not have the idea that the people were satisfied when they go home. So I thought, now, okay, maybe this is work. I was just blue, I was just out of the college banks. I thought, okay, maybe work is something you don't have to like because the employer pays you to do the job. So I thought, okay, that's cool. So I worked there over the time of 3 years. And then a network contact said to me, Sander, I don't think you're happy. Why are we not going to build together an own business? I thought, hey, the pirate in me was getting awake. I thought, yeah, that's cool. Let's build a ship together with the two of us. And from that moment, that is 7 years ago, I'm an entrepreneur, and I have done many projects. Many of them failed, but it were also very wise lessons. And most of all, I like to see it as my own journey of discovery. I learned which were the things where I get energy from. I get insight in my talents. I get a feeling by some kind of people which I like to work with and some kind of people which I don't like to work with. And at a certain moment, I saw a lot of people around me which were working like I was working back in the days when I was at that big Japanese organization. And I was thinking, how is it possible that so many people go to work 8 hours and go to home and then think, now it's time to do nice things. Now I can go to things which I love, which I get energy from. And I was like, when I was, nowadays also, but like an entrepreneur, I see working like a kindergarten. Like doing what you love, doing what you're good at, and making money out of it. So I thought, why? That was just an idea that pops up, and that is, why am I not going to bridge the gap between those inspiring people and initiatives, like we heard before the talks, with the ones who really need to be inspired? Why am I not going to build a platform? And the platform, I called it Ygenwijs. From Ygenwijs we share inspiring stories from young professionals, cool collectives, cool movements, organizations, to inspire everybody to use their talents and their passion in work. And that was I started Ygenwijs 3 years ago, and that was my very biggest mission as a pirate in my life. We had it open sea because I had some revenues from our other entrepreneurial projects. So it was a clear sea and I could invest the money from the other project in Ygenwijs. No stress, no headaches, and a couple co-pirates around me, and positive we had it to oversee. But at a certain moment I thought it could be wise to burn the other ships behind me. Just focus on one ship. I thought, maybe a little bit naive, that could be more, Ygenwijs could be very more successfully if I just focus on Ygenwijs. But it means, at the same moment, that Ygenwijs have to bring in some money. So I have to make some money with Ygenwijs. And that was actually the moment when we were sailing on the sea, and when at certain moments the typhoons come in. The fog and the cloudiness And I had many sleepless nights and stress. How should I make money with Ygenwijs? Because Ygenwijs not started with the idea, this is going to be a very cool company, which are going to make some very nice money. No, but I just started Ygenwijs with the idea, this is a great idea, this should be a movement, and the money will follow. And the money will follow, I get myself motivated, the money will follow, a month later, and a month later, and a month later. And at a certain moment, when the bank called, they say, Sander, your figures are getting still redder by the day. What are you going to do? And that was the moment when I told all the co-pilots around me, yeah, maybe I should quit Ygenwijs. I can't handle it anymore. The ship being director back to where it came from, back to the harbor. I quit. But the co-pilot said, Sander, you are kidding. You are just kidding. Your drive with Ygenwijs is so big, you can't just quit now. You are just a little bit tough times, hang on and be determined. And I did. And at this moment, nowadays, I'm just something between one day open sea, one day very cloudy sea. But nowadays we make a little bit money. Not very much, but the money-making thing, which was not the aim, but it gives us a boost, like we are on the right track with Ygenwijs. And although it have been very hectic, intense, stressful 2+ years, my belief in Ygenwijs is so much more stronger than the day I started with Ygenwijs. And I've been tested, and I think I can say now, yeah, I've been tested, but I passed the test, it's okay. Just the setbacks are part of the journey. And this is just my example. And from Ygenwijs we share a lot of these examples. I thought it would be cool today to share my journey of discovery. And the bottom line is, working from out your talent and passion, and chasing your dreams, and following your heart, it's not that easy. It is going to give you a lot of stress, maybe sleepless nights, for 1 month, 2 months, in my example 2 years. But at the end of the day, it will give so much more satisfaction than the stress it gives to you. So I will encourage you all to just give it a chance, not like me, maybe to burn all the ships behind you. Maybe start small, in the evening, in the weekends with something you love. Put a couple more hours in it, but just do it. Start small, go big. Thank you very much.